Hey man, welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me, man. This is a nice little place you got here.
It's not the complete absolute nightmare that it used to be about a year ago. You would be sitting on top of boxes right now in this room.
Hey, I mean, can't underestimate the value of a cushy box, right?
Well, it's your first time here, so it's less jarring than it is for some of my friends who come in and they're like, how was this the room that you filmed in for like 9 years or 8 years or whatever?
It's
a very small.
It's tight.
Not. The 6 foot gaming table in here. It is not a lot of space in this room. But we are going to be throwing down some Damn 25. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. So I brought some Undead with me today. I kind of went a little creative with my stuff. So we were talking in the back.
I love it.
This, but
you've got contemporary minis, and you've mined probably one of the best collections of fantasy minis.
Yeah, and on top of that too, there's a classic theme to them. So they all took on characteristics from Gothic Victorian literature. So I kind of did like a Frankenstein theme with them. I won't go into too much detail.
I was gonna say, well, it's all Mary Shelley. Yeah. So you've basically used the what's the zombie warband called from
the Exiled Dead from Underworld, yeah,
and then the court as well.
That's right. My vampire is Prince Duval from the Crimson Court. Yeah.
And it's funny because I was just playing One Page Rules Age of Fantasy Skirmish with my buddy Mike when you walked in here.
Yeah.
And I completely made my warband out of Underworlds models too.
So nice.
It was like they are probably like, I think at my sort of like my hobby sort of level now, I love painting small collections to a theme. That range of miniatures over the last 5 years has been some of the nice, just like, if you want D&D figures for dwarves or for humans or for weird knights or for whatever, you get this amazing like miniature selection basically.
Yeah, I've bought everything. So I have a Soulblight Gravelord collection at home.
Right.
And so what I've done is I've actually bought every Soulblight compatible kit from Underworlds because they look so damn cool.
Yeah.
Like even the Sepulchral Guard, which they're not really great on paper.
But the models are some of the nicest skeleton
and they just exude character.
Yeah.
And
because what's the other one? It's the other skeleton one is the one where it's all fathers and sons, the Game of Thrones one.
Sons of Elmorn?
Sons of Elmorn.
Yeah. That one I don't have because I haven't seen a box for just them. It's just been the starter.
Oh, just the starter
right?
set, that's right.
Yeah. So, but and they're actually really good on AOS paper too.
Yeah.
So, but I'd love to get my hands on them. But there's them, the Crimson Court, the Exiled Dead.
Like if you're making like a D&D module collection of fantasy miniatures, they're just these great bespoke.
Yeah.
Every model's different, like collection models.
And that's just the Undead line. Mm-hmm, you look at stuff from cities. Like I desperately want to get the Callus and Toll box.
Yeah.
Because first off, they're great witch hunters.
Yeah.
They've got so much character.
Yeah, Hexbane's hunters and them together is just a perfect witch hunter board.
Yeah, exactly. So
all the Skaven stuff put together too, because there's the Eshin box and then there's the kind of like Verminkin box, the original ones. So like you can make a Skaven warband very easily. You can make a Undead Warband very easily. You can make I guess maybe the dwarves would be one you kind of struggle with because there's not really a great dwarf one. Although you could use like the float dwarves sort of.
Yeah.
And the Slayers. There's
the Fire Slayers one are good for like the Slayer models, but there's not like a good range right now for just your conventional like clan dwarves.
But what I was gonna say is if you want to get your mercenaries, the single ogre hero one, the Blackbeard ogre guy is perfect for an ogre mercenary.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of that. Like if you want to troll, the goblins are perfect. Like if you want to do an orc and goblin warband, you can get all your orc and goblin stuff out of that range as well.
The other one that blew me away because I bought the Cities box when it came out last year. And farting around with that stuff, and I ended up making a Reichland band out of them. Yeah. But I kind of started scouting the new Cities range, and I wanted ogres for mercs and whatnot. Right. I've got the
you have the standy guy, the ogre that's got the gun on his back now.
The guy with the big standy that's gonna have 2 beer kegs on his standy. Yeah,
that's perfect.
But I've also got the what's his face? Brutog Corpse Eater, the guy from Curse City.
Curse City is another box that you can use very easy for Mordheim. So anyway, short story long, basically, because we'll ramble about this all day. You've mined the current Rage of Sigmar for Mordheim, which is perfect. I'm still, of course, under the burden of being a maniac. I'm using my classic Cult of Possessed warband. And once this is done, I no longer have any painted warbands remaining for the original 6. So I have to paint either my sisters, my sisters, my witch hunters, because I got rid of my converted witch hunter warband, or I have to do it's Skaven, it's sisters, witch hunters, and what am I missing? Sisters, witch hunters, and undead. So I have to do my undead. So that'll be the vote for the patrons, is which of those 3 am I going to do first in the rotation for the next person to come in and play Dam 25. So I'm doing Cult of the Possessed. I've started with 4 models because this is how
I've got a lot more than that.
You have a lot more than that. So my Possessed better not die in the first game. This is going to be a big problem.
Well, you've got low count. I got slow gyms. So.
Yeah, I am gambling here. So we'll share the table, we'll share the warbands, and we'll get this underway. So here's our starting warbands. I've got just 4 models. I got my Magister over here. He has a sword, axe, and it's Mr. Skull, which is the Moppet, because he is, you know, he's a piece of work and he likes to have all the weapons. I got my 2 different Possessed. We got Old Blue over here with a claw. They both have horrific visage, so they cause fear, and he's got a tentacle for -1 attack. And then I have a singular Beastman with a club and sword, which is called the Howlers. He's the Howler to start off with. He'll recruit more Howlers into the warband. So I have a grand stankin', I think, was it 20 for his experience, plus another 16, so 36, and then 20. I have a 56 warband rating to start off with. So I'm gonna get a little bit of bonus stuff going into the first couple games, which is nice. And then we have a much larger outnumbering the Undead Warband. So what do we got in here?
So we've got, I can't remember his name, but he's my vampire with sword and dagger and heavy armor.
Yep.
My necromancer he's just carrying a sword. We still have to roll off for his spells.
We do. We're going to roll on camera first. Yeah.
We've got a hired warlock who we have to roll off.
That is a classic Citadel miniature. That is a really old Citadel, I think Dark Elf, actually.
Yeah,
I have that model somewhere.
I found that kicking around at Dueling Grounds in Peterborough.
That's a lead miniature.
So
shout out to Wayne at Dueling Grounds.
Yeah. I got these 3, which are my dregs, which are Coddor models. Hammer and shield, sword and hammer.
Perfect.
2 ghouls, and we 3 gyms.
Yep, the 3 gyms.
I got 3 zombies here.
It's Jim, and Jim. Those gyms are beauties. All right, so there it is, our 2 warbands for kicking off our games. So as I have the lower warband rating, I will roll on the table. I got a 7. Oh, sorry, we got to do our spells first, but we're going to end up playing Skirmish, which is perfect first. Which was Necromancy on the same page, which is super handy. So why don't you roll for Necromancy first and see what your Wiz gets.
All right, so I got to roll for Lesser as well for my Warlock.
Oh, for your Warlock, that's right.
So, Necro is...
Speldoom! Let's choose one enemy model within 12 inches. The model must immediately roll equal or less than their strength on a d6. Or the dead emerge from the earth and rend them with supernatural power. If they fail, just roll on the injury table to see what happens, the unfortunate warrior. So that's really funny. You just make an injury roll for him immediately. You might just die. You might just literally die. It's on a 9, so it's not super easy to cast, but it is a horrifying spell.
Yeah.
My Chaos Ritual, I get a 2, which is going to be the Eye of God. You may use the Eye of God successfully only once per battle. Choose a single model within 6, friend or foe, and roll a d6 to see what happens. On a 1, they're immediately taken out of action after roll serious injury. On a 2 to 5, they get +1 to any of their characteristics. On a 6, they get +1 to all their characteristics.
Let's roll with high power.
Yeah, we're just gonna jack up the Possessed and hope they don't die. Let's roll, yep.
All right, so spell number 1 is the Dread of Aramar.
A single model within 12 of the wizard must pass a leadership test or flee 2d6 directly away from him. If he flees, he must pass a test at the start of each turn to rally until he passes the test. Note the spell does not affect undead or anyone immune to fleeing.
All right, and the last one.
3?
Nope.
Same thing again, so rolling again.
Oh, okay, I'm changing
There should be another number on that die, yeah.
1.
That's a
Fires of Uzul.
It's an 18-inch range fireball with a strength 4 hit and strikes the first model in path. No roll to hit, and armor saves are taken as normal. Classes of Mordheim Ruins, there's always the risk of running into a rival warband. While 2 groups sometimes pass each other without a fight, more often than not, there's a vicious battle. So each player rolls a dice. Whoever rolls highest can choose who sets up first. The first player sets up his warband within 8 of the edge, and the opponent is opposite, and this is just straight until somebody fails a route test.
Okay.
So we both roll off. I rolled a 5. And you rolled a 5 as well. All right, we're going to keep doing this. I rolled a 3 this time. And a 1.
All right, so that's you.
It's me, so I'll set up first on this side. Last Moppet is hanging out with Twisted. Twin Soul is hanging out with the Howler. And we are deployed behind this building. Not that you have any guns, but if you did, we'd be put down
Well
properly.
protected. Well protected.
So back to you deploying with an 8, and then we get to see who goes first. Alrighty, so we have our deployment done over here. You've got your Warlock up top, the 3 zombies hanging out with your Vampire.
Yep.
And then your Necromancer hanging out with the Skeletons. The Ghouls on the flank with the other Skeleton. Sorry, not the Skeleton, the, what are we called?
So these guys are...
Dregs.
Yeah, it's the one drag. That's a drag with the 2 ghouls, yeah.
Yeah, 2 Ghouls, not Skeletons.
And with the other 2 dregs, yeah.
Roger that. All right, so we are rolling to see who goes first. I got a 6.
Ooh, it's a tough one to beat.
Apparently I am officially going first. Okay, so we are into the charges to declare part of the turn. I don't have any. I, however, do not want to get warlocked. So I am movement 4 on my 2 non-possessed, movement 10 on the possessed. We're going to just not get fireballed, I think, and run 10. So we're going to run, we're going to run 10. We're going to run into this building so as not to get shot. We're going to run 10, or 8 rather, with the, whatchamacallit, the, he's not a possessed, he's a beastman. Then I'm going to run 10 this way, 8 and then 2, the possessed. And I'm going to run 8 with the boss. And he's going to, you know what? He's not going to run 8. He's just going to run to the back of this and hide. And I'm going to cast Be Huge on Twitch. Odds cast on a 7. No. Turn. Over to you.
All right. So von Schossenberg, the Necro, is going to run. He's going to run into the house here because, you know, he likes roofs over his head in rainstorms. Kind of like the one outside right now.
Yep. The power goes out during this game. It's because there is a hellacious thunderstorm happening outside right now.
These guys are going to run over to here as well.
So the 2 dregs.
I think he may have overrun a little bit. He's got to touch. Okay, Warlock is going to let them all hang out. And he is going to... I think he's going to move over to here. Actually, he can cast and run. So maybe we'll just go over to here. I was about having him hang there and just be like, ha-ha, then get shots and then he falls off.
I don't have any guns, so...
Okay.
Worstly harsh language.
He's got the 1 here. He's going to run. So he's going to 1 there. Oh, fix that.
It's okay, yeah. My tiny cardboard wall.
And then he is going to run 10 up to here.
Yeah, he is.
Zombies are going to pretend that they know how to run, and they're just going to walk 4.
Brains.
2.
Doing the zombie shuffle.
And 2.
I just hear the Thriller music whenever they start walking. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Ready?
We got ghoulies and a last...
last dreggy do.
Yep.
Okay. I'm ready when you are?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Ghouls are going to hustle their chops. They're going to run up here. And so is the dreg, the guy that's got a hammer. There you go. Their round, I should
Round's
say.
complete. Well then, I think we are into turn 2. Nothing terrible's happened yet. And I'm going to have to start the ultraviolence now because that's all this warband does. Charge to declare. I'm going to charge Twisted, and you're just going to intercept if I do this any other way, so I might as well, into the first ghoul.
Okay.
So we're going to charge over there. Charge 10. Second charge to declare. I'm going to charge the, whatchamacallit, twins into this guy, but you couldn't intercept with him. I can see your necromancer, but I can, you're within the charge path for that. Oh, the necromancer's in the back, never mind.
Yeah.
You can intercept with the front guy if you want as I come out. So, when I come around.
And he'll just basically stand.
I charge on Twin Soul. And then I'm pretty sure I don't want to get charged by a vampire, so I'm just going to walk over here.
Sure.
And not be in line of sight. Yeah. With my, you know what, I'll move to the door actually this way, so I can see out sideways if you want to come towards me, but not be able to be charged. Walk, or run, sorry. I'm going to run out. Your vampire's probably going to get me here, but I'm going to run out to here. So I can cast again on him. I can run this way. What am I doing? I'm going to run over here. I'm going to run 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to run out to here so I can see Bluey and do him instead. Like, that feels like a way less I'm going to die is supposed to get charged by that vampire. And at least that way the goat man can protect me. So trying to get on a 9, sorry, on a 7 rather, to up his stats. Nope, it's not to be. No. I feel like I have to make a fear test though, because you are not causing fear, but the other one, the ghoul, does not.
All right, he is within range of the
boss.
The boss. So he's going to use boss leadership. Leadership 8.
Also okay. All right, well, let's fight a drag. So we're gonna go with Twisted. He has the Great Claw, so he gets a bonus attack. He's got 2 attacks. The white one will be with the claw. This will be the one that's +1 strength. So, weapon skill 4. What is your weapon skill there, Drag?
Weapon skill is, which one is that? Sword and board?
Yeah.
Sword and board is probably weapon skill 2.
A mighty 2?
Sure. Yeah.
3's it. All right, well, you're not parrying because I got a 6. And then this one's gonna be on a 2. These ones are on 3s because they're strength 4. Everything wounds. That one's at -2. Those ones are at -1. Do you have any kind of save? Did you take
for that guy? He's got sword. He's got the board, so he's got a 6 up.
Okay, so it's -1, so you won't get any saves.
Okay.
So we're just rolling to see if you get taken out. You are going to be stunned because those are both stunned, and that's enough. Ace in the dessert.
Jeez, man, for a guy who's got 4 models, you're kicking some serious butt already.
I didn't take you out, though, so I get nothing right now. And also, everyone's enraged to charge me, so that's a problem. Let's fight a ghoul.
All right.
So I'm also, with a tentacle, I get to make your attacks at -1, but I don't have any bonus attacks here. So I'm hitting on a weapon skill, I think, of 3 for a ghoul, or 2?
2.
Okay, so it's on 3s again. 1 hit, strength of 4, so it's 4s to wound, because your toughness 4 for a ghoul. Yep. I don't wound.
All right, so the ghoul, he's got 2 attacks.
-1 for my tentacle, so you'll have 1 attack.
All right, okay. Weapon skill 2, your weapon skill 4, so I'm hitting on 4s.
Combats. So it is your turn, sir. Charges to declare.
Pikeys put me in a spot.
They did. Declare.
All right, so I got to check for him now, right?
He'll roll over and be knocked down now.
So he's now, instead of being on his face, he's on his bum.
Yep, and then you get to declare some charges.
All right, we will start with these 2 guys. Are you ready?
Sure, go for it.
All right, this dude's going to charge.
Fear check on your boss's leadership, because I cause fear. Because I have a twin growing out of the back of my head. 8 is good. Yep, you now engage me.
Can I? Yes, vampire can do the same.
Sure, go for it.
All right.
No fear test required because you cause fear.
Yep.
So you just go straight in.
He will snuggle up to the backside. Right there.
I'm ready to fight my possessed.
Now, the gyms. Jiminy Jim.
Probably out of charge range. You can't measure before you declare.
No, I'm thinking he's gonna. This one's gonna try to charge him.
Okay, cool.
Declaring.
Yep.
Can he? He actually can.
Sweet.
So he will go here.
In you go.
These guys will charge.
He'll have to test. Yep. On a leadership of 6, I think, for dregs.
Well, that's a ghoul. Ghouls are leadership 5.
But the dreg on the edge is not. So that's the ghouls can go in because they cause fear.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, so it's just the dreg that's got to check. Yeah, okay.
And I think he's leadership 6, but they're braver than that's
amazing.
Oh,
whoops.
That's a 6. You're good.
6.
If you're Youngblood, because they have Youngblood stats. I didn't know if they had Youngblood leadership too.
All right, and then Jim and Jim are just gonna kind of like amble their way into
remaining moves their way around. Yep.
Whoops. They'll break the house.
Knocks things down. It's fine.
He will do the same.
Mark another 4.
Yep. So I'll put him about there. Okay. And then wizardly bigness.
They can move still. They can walk. Their march block though. So
he's gonna move there.
Come see my boss.
Okay. So shooting phases first, right? So we're gonna do the spells first.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna do
Zool, which I believe is a 7+ to cast. Plus, and you get to pick a target in line of sight, which I assume you're just gonna do my Magister.
Bickety bam.
Sure
okay.
Your magic works.
So it's strength 4 hit.
Yep. So it's a 4 to wound, or 3 to wound, sorry, because I'm toughness 3.
Yep. And it's just 1, right?
Yep. You got it.
Nope.
No, the necromancer.
Necromancer. What's he?
Try and hand to do my my possessed. Just get him out of action.
Yeah.
9+. Just kill him. Almost. Can't circle around to the ground.
No.
Nope. Get out of here.
All right. So let's get into combat, I guess. Then. So rolling off of the charges.
Who would like to go first?
Start with this one.
Sure.
So
charging, either of those models could attack first.
Yeah. I think we'll go with the vampire.
Go for it. Weapon skill 4, so you're hitting me on 4s.
All right. Sword hits.
1 hit, yep. And then I am toughness 4.
And it's strength 4, so 4.
4 to wound.
Nope.
No, sir.
Okay.
All right, the Dragly Drag.
All right, the Drag is the hammer and sword.
All right, so which one's which?
Red hammer.
Sure.
White sword.
Weapon skill 2, so 4s again.
Yeah. That's the guy. Nope.
Nothing. Okay.
Lots of bouncing.
Well, I've got all these attacks. I'm going to do all of them into your vampire.
Ooh, that heavy armor is going to pay off, hopefully.
Why not? Let's see. So against the red one's the claw. Everything else is the regular attacks. He's on 4s. I hit with the claw and you can't parry it.
Okay.
Strength 5, so 3 to wound.
Yep. Nope.
-2 to your save.
So painful.
I think you just take 1.
Yeah, because it's 5 up. So he takes the 1. So.
Nice. So over here now, I will choose to have one of your ghouls lose an attack. Sorry. So I'm initiative 4. The ghoul that charged me, I'll have him lose an attack.
Yeah, because they get 2 on the charge,
That's
right?
Yeah. Well, they get 2 all the time. It's the dire wolves that get bonuses on the charge.
Oh, that's right.
Ghouls are just 2 attacks.
Okay,
but I'm going to hope the dragon and the zombie don't hurt me. The double-handed ghoul?
Yeah. So,
so the not charging one, I'll go before, right? Because I'm initiative 4. And
that's
so
that's
why I'm saying
charge.
the one attack one is the one I'm reducing, and then these guys get their normal attacks.
Okay.
So drag first?
Drag first. That drag is hammer and board. So
1 attack on a 4.
Nope. All right, single attack with a ghoul
on a 4.
Nope. Oh, these dice really like the 2s.
You can use your own dice if you want, man. And then 1 zombie.
And Zombaloo.
What's his weapon skill? Is it 1 or 2?
I think it's 2.
So 4s again? No.
Nope. We're climbing.
All right. So I get to go before this other ghoul.
Yep.
I'm going to put both my attacks into him just to see if I can knock him out. This will be on 3s. Hit with a 6. And then on 4s, I'll wound. Not a 1. That combat's done.
All right, cool. And then I got the 1 ghoul left with 2 attacks.
That's right. So he gets his 2 attacks on 4s. Does he finish me off?
Or using my dice now.
Yeah.
4s.
1. And then a 5 to wound.
Any
take a wound.
saves?
Nah, I just take a wound.
Okay.
Ow, I got 2. Well.
There's to mark them.
It is top of 3, and I need to declare some charges. So I am within range to do a outline of sight charge if I can make an initiative test with my gore, which I will do. So his initiative is, I believe, 3. It is. Initiative test. I pass, so I'm going to charge out of this building because I can hear you being a vampire. And then the boss is also going to charge the vampire, being a boss. And then he's also going to try and... Oh, no, I can't cast my spell if I'm in combat. Oh, do I want to charge you then? I want to cast my spell. I also want to kill you, so I'm just going to do that instead. And I can't cast any magic, so I'm just going to fight. We're just going to right to fighting. So I'm initiative charged on these guys.
Okay.
So we'll start with the gore. He has a sword and a club. He has weapon skill of 4, so he's hitting your vampire on a 4.
Yep.
Nothingster has an axe and a sword. The red will be the axe on 4s. I hit with the axe, but you could parry on a 6.
Which I am going to try.
Might as well.
Nope.
So I'm strength 3, though. I went on a 5. Not a 1. Nope. Now it's initiative 4 step, which would be my possessed and your...
I have an initiative 5 with the vampire.
Oh, he's initiative 5.
Yeah.
He gets to go next then.
All right. So vampire, you know, while the possessed is a scary thing, making him bigger, scarier. Well, he can't cast anyway. Let's drive the point home and try to go after your possessed.
Do it.
Hip his dagger.
Do it. On 4s.
Nope.
Okay.
That was short-lived.
I'm going to do everything in your vampire again. On 4s. I hit you once with a regular hand. That's going to be a 4 to wound.
Okay.
Not a 1. Drag.
All right. Drag is dragging. So drag is weapon skill 2. So he's hitting on 4s?
Yep.
Okay. That one is sword and board or sword and hammer? Sword and hammer.
Sword
okay.
and hammer.
So red is hammer, black is sword.
Do it.
Hitting on 4s. We hit with the sword.
Yep. Can't parry. It's a 5 to wound. Well,
yeah!
All right, so I got 1 wound left. It's that combat.
All right.
This guy's knocked down, so he can't do anything, but he can't be attacked because he's got friends in combat with him. So then we're just over to here.
All right.
I'm initiative 4. Anybody initiative 4?
Let me have a look here. We've got Hammer Boy. Hammer Boy is 3.
I think they're all 3.
Ghouls are 3. Zombie is initiative not. So
I'm going to put 1 attack into a ghoul, or sorry, a zombie, and 1 attack into a drag.
Cool.
So into the drag on a 3. I hit.
Nice.
And then I wound on a 3. I wound. Your board's not going to save you from that.
He's got an AP.
Yeah, because I'm strength 4. So then what happens? I stun you face down. Into the zombie on a 3.
Eat dirt.
I miss. You attacking now, man.
All right. Is that attack restriction with the tentacle still active?
I get to choose who it goes on to, and I'm putting it onto one of the ghouls, so it doesn't matter which one.
Okay, so we'll start with the first one. We'll assume he's got it.
Sure.
Weapon skill 2, so 4s.
Hits.
Ah, right.
5 to wound.
Nope. And then we got the second one.
1
hit.
And then a 5 to wound again.
Yeah.
All right, see what happens to me. It's a critical, so what kind of critical first?
I roll 1 or 2. I can't remember.
Just 1 dice.
Okay.
It's
so that's
2 wounds, no armor save, +2. So roll 2 dice, and you get a +2 range reroll. I'm out of action.
Oh, he's gone.
Just ate my possessed with a ghoul. As it always goes.
The most low-key you'll ever hear.
I drop into a bunch of dudes and don't do anything. Well, that's my round, so it's your round 3, sir.
All right. Okay.
And I got to make a route test to start this turn. Stand up, but you'll strike last with Dr. Mr. the Dreg.
Yep.
Over with this other drag.
Yep. Okay. I think the ghouls are going to run. I'm going to go your side. Run to here.
As well as friends.
Yep. And then the zombie will fake run.
And you can actually crawl 2 with the knockdown guy as well. Just to get him a little bit closer if you want.
Nah, I'm not going to worry too much about him.
Charge?
They're going to charge the Bestig or...
Okay, they would have charged before everybody else moved. That's okay.
Sorry. Yeah,
they can both try and charge the best score.
They're both within 8.
Sounds good.
So, ka-clump, ka-clump.
Go fight a gore. Moves.
There's nothing that's... nothing on your side that's not engaged, is there?
No, everybody's fighting right now. There's a big dog pile over here. I only have 3 guys left, so...
Okay, so who's charged? 2 zombies are the only ones that have charged.
So they get to go before everybody else.
Okay,
so... 1 attack each going into my gore.
Yep, they're both going into the gore. I'm just going to roll them both at the same time if you're okay with that.
That's fine, yeah.
Whoa!
Can't parry that, and then it's 5s to wound, toughness 4. Nothing. Initiative 5 on your vampire now, so he gets to go first.
So vampire is going to swing against your possessed.
Sure, on 4s.
All right, black is sword, red pip is dagger.
Hits.
The dagger hits, so you got a +1.
I get a save now. Yeah, but first you
That's assuming that I do anything.
On a 4.
What you do, potentially?
6 up. Nope, let's make your injury roll. Okay. See what happens. 4, I'm stunned. So I'm face down. That means one of these guys will finish me off in a higher initiative band. I don't have anyone who's initiative 4, so you might as well pick which of these 2.
Do I have an initiative 4?
It doesn't matter, because I don't have one anymore either, because this guy got knocked out.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just pick which of your dregs you want to get the experience point for. So then my Magister gets to attack your vampire. Initiative 3 bands. Yep. So I'm going to have him attack on 4s. Hits with both. Ooh. You can try and parry the axe on the 6.
Yep. Which he does not.
And then I'm 5s to wound. Red still the axe. Nothing. He's going to attack you on 4s. Hits with both. The club is the red one. I'm 5s to wound. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. So I got a critical on the sword. What kind of critical is it? It's the 2 wounds kind. And then I got a axe that you'll have a 6+ save against wound as well. So you get a 6 up against the red die.
Okay. Nope.
And then you get 2 5-ups against the sword.
That doesn't matter. He's only got 1 wound. This is a vampire, right?
But I roll that many injury dice.
Oh,
so
that's
still
true.
matters, right? And you pass them both. Yes. So now I only roll 1 injury dice, which is a big deal. And it's a... Because I have no one to knock you out after this. So I need you to roll 5+. You're gone. So the gore gets you, but I get no experience for it. Well, then it's my top of 4. I've managed to kill your vampire, but I got to make a break check right now at my Magister to see if I run away or not. I've lost both my possessed. What happened? Your necromancer's still alive, so I don't think your warband runs away yet, right? So you now autofill my route because I don't want to stick around. I need to have at least 1 hero for an exploration roll when this is all over, so I'll give you the win to at least have some models survive. Because with my possessed down, it's probably not wise to have this happen. So it's time to get into the post game. I have no good order to do this in. Neither of these guys got any kills, which I'm pissed about because I could have farmed these zombies for kills or dregs or something like that. But hopefully we don't die. So we're gonna go big dice is the top dice for the serious injury rolls. I'm gonna start with twin soul. 43 is a full recovery, and then twisted. He gets a 54, which is also full recovery. So both my possessed live at the end of the game. But now you got to roll for your high die.
This one's 10s, this one's 1s.
So reds is the high die.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens to the vamp.
Got 56.
That's actually bitter enmity. So roll a 1 to 3 to see what you hate somebody from my warband now. This is great. So on a 6, you hate everybody. So 1 to 3 is going to be the individual who caused the injury. If it was a henchman, he hates the enemy leader. So you hate my leader now.
Okay, cool.
He's just disrespected, basically. He's like, how dare you disrespect me? So at least I had 1 hero survive. So I'm going to get some experience. The match is going to, everybody just earns 1 for surviving, basically, because I don't think I get any bonus here. I'm going to make a roll because he stepped on the possessed neck and survived the game. So make a 2d6 roll to see what he gets. He's so impressed with himself. He gets a 7, which is a weapon skill or ballistic skill increase. Skill, I mean, it makes him a 3. He learned where to stab. If I stab the front face, then the back face will also go. Exploration time. I get a single dice because I did not do well in this mission, but I wasn't worried about that. I was just hunting vampires. I get 2 Weirdstone shards if I can roll a 6 here. Otherwise, I get 1. I get 1 for each surviving hero and 1 for winning. That's right. So you get your 3 dregs, your necromancer plus 1. So you get 5 dice.
Okay.
Nice. So that's going to be a triple 5. That's nice. Cool. And that's a grand total of 20. So 20 is going to be 4 shards. And then a triple 5 is going to be a market hall. You get 2d6 bonus gold crowns. Oops. Plus 65 is going to be 70 total. 67 shards, or 67 gold crowns, it's all said and done with what I had in the bank, plus my my 40 that I got for my single shard. And now it's time to recruit new idiots. The popularity of us having killed a vampire attracts several cultists to join our cause. So I spent every gold crown to get 2 brethren with clubs and axes who will join my cause and swell the ranks. For you, you're going to buy a wolf.
And a zombie.
And a zombie. That's going to put you up to almost your max unit count. You're 13 out of 15 now.
Yep. And it's now the Jims and Jen.
The Jims and Jen, perfect. So there we go. That went exactly how I thought it was going to, except nobody died in my army, or my warband, which I'm fantastically excited about.
So there's a lot of eating dirt on my side, but they all got up.
I can never seal the deal. That's the problem. I should be like farming experience, and instead of just backhanding people, it's that. What does that mean? Where the guy he's still slapping today, like he slaps people, and the cops come and he slaps them. It's just they're just slapping constantly. But nobody actually ever dies.
Yeah.
Some legends say that he's still slapping today with their giant hands. So there it is, game 1. We got 2 games to go to have me have a functional warband at some point at the end of this whole thing. So far, the Skaven are the top functioning warbands. If I can keep recruiting bodies, though, this warband might do okay. Undead does great. I love Undead.
Yeah, and that vampire looks good, and he kicks ass while doing so.
I can't believe how long he survived fighting against way too many guys.
Yeah, that gang up was impressive.
We need to stop just glove slapping and start actually fighting. So we'll be back next week with another episode. We'll see you then. Thanks again for coming in, Shawn.
Thank you very much
for watching. Till next match at Board Gaming.